Today on this episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Movie Updates, we're going to be talking about, yes, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles writer wants to make a sequel of the 90s Trilogy. Also, Brandon Routh says his Superman could return for a Flash movie. No Time director suggests Rami Malek will be the biggest Von villain yet. All this and much more on this episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Movie Updates. Stay tuned. Yo, welcome back to a brand new episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Movie Updates, brought to you by digitalcracknetwork.com. I'm your host, Punisher305, and I'm writing solo today, but this segment is brought to you by D2D. Use promo code MIAGeeks10 to save 10% on your next purchase order. That's MIAGEEKS10, all in caps, description down below. Also, guys, we have timestamps in this description, so if you want to skip a story and follow up with certain ones, by all means, you can click on the timestamps, or if you want to listen to the whole podcast, that'd be awesome as well. And make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button just to know when we come with this amazing news, which is 3 times a week. 2 gaming podcasts in the beginning and the end of the week, and 1 movie podcast smack that in the middle. And now, guys, let's get started. So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles writer wants a sequel to the 90s Trilogy. Look, that movie has a soft spot in my heart. At least the first 2. The third one, meh. But the first 2, oh god, I love that movie. I could sit here and just watch it all day. So, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles writer wants a sequel of the 90s Trilogy created by Kevin Eastman and Peter Well, I'll call him Peter. The iconic heroes in the half shell first appeared in the comic books back in 1984. Bobby Herbeck, writer of the original 1990s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, and producer Kim Dawson are looking to do a true sequel of the original trilogy. According to the comic books, Herbeck has been in the talks with Stephen Barron and director of the first film, as well as Brian Henson, the late Jim Henson, which technically this might be awesome, but right now it's just in the talks. But oh my god, if they were to bring back those 4 again in that whole puppetry, how they were kind of live action-ish, you know, the goofiness and all that would be so awesome. And god, well, I'm gonna keep an eye on this and see what else they're gonna be bringing up to the table. Hopefully this will be a for sure to go thing, and you know, we'll let you know what's up, guys. Also in news, Brandon Routh says his Superman could return for a Flash movie, and that's pretty good. I mean, I actually liked him as Superman. I'm not gonna lie, I actually went to see his movie when it first came out with my nephew and my best friend, and I actually liked it. I mean, now I could look at it and be like, all right, it's kind of bland, but I still enjoyed it as a Superman flick. It wasn't that bad. But yes, it had their corny moments. But Brandon Routh says that there's a possibility that his version of Superman could appear in the 2022 Flash. Routh played Superman in 2006 Superman Returns, directed by Bryan Singer. Routh talked about his role as Superman and the potential of him, you know, kind of returning back to the DCEU. Routh cites that his return to the Arrowverse was one of the things that was like a possibility that can happen. Also, he mentioned that they'll be bringing back some more characters from the past DCEU projects, which that's awesome because they're gonna bring them back as cameos and whatnot. Bro, bring it on. I'm down with all that. No Time to Die director suggests Rami Malek will be suggested as one of the biggest Bond villains yet. The No Time to Die director, Kory Joji. I don't want to butcher his last name. So Kory Joji believes that Rami Malek character is probably the biggest villain in the Bond movie franchise yet. He's pretty much saying that he's going to be the 25th installment of the James Bond movie film series, of course, and that this character is just above and beyond bonkers. He's also comparing it to a horror villain Not even to a spy movie, to just like a horror villain. That's how twisted this guy is gonna be. And I haven't seen any of the latest Bond movies, but seeing this, I kind of curious now of how he's gonna act, portray, and everything. I mean, he did great as Freddie Mercury, so I can only imagine him as a bad guy. It must be fucking like off the walls. The Mandalorian actor Carl Weathers reveals Greef's has a different approach in season 2. Weathers teased that his character's arc is going to be as well as the upcoming episodes, and as he directed as well. The actor said that his expected Greef to be having fun doing what he does best, being insightful. And I had that feeling since season 1, and he was kind of a dick, even though he had it like very well hidden and whatnot until almost the very end. So I'm kind of looking forward to see what he's going to bring to the table on season 2. So far, I saw season 2 episode 1, and it is fucking amazing. I think this series, this season is going to be interesting to watch, and I hope they continue doing it. Candyman producer Jordan Peele is remaking another cult classic horror movie. So Jordan Peele will produce and remake Wes Craven's horror comedy, which I never thought it was a comedy, but whatever. The People Under the Stairs. The 1991 cult classic follows a young boy with 2 robbers who break into a house that belongs to a strange couple to steal their rare coin collection. Yeah, because, that always happens here. However, they become trapped inside the house and they must fight to live. But overall, this movie was pretty creepy, even to the point where my older brother saw this movie and he was freaked out by it. He didn't like it. He was actually like, fuck this shit. But whatever, man. I saw it. It was not that bad. I didn't know it was a comedy though, but whatever. To each their own. Zack Snyder's Justice League actor hopes to return as Darkseid for the sequel. Ray Porter originally filmed the scene for Justice League alongside with Snyder, the actor due to appear as Darkseid. However, his appearance was removed when Joss Whedon took over. That dick. Of course, he would do some shit like that, right? Because the guy has no class. With the movie relaunching as a TV series next year on HBO Max, Porter's part has been reinstated. The actor hopes to continue playing Darkseid in Snyder's cut and maybe come back for more future installments of the movie, which I'm not gonna lie, hopefully the Snyder cut turns out to be phenomenal to lead on to make other movies. We can only pray and hope, right guys? David Ayer says his original Suicide Squad cut was ripped to pieces by the studio. When asked which scene was the toughest to leave out of the Suicide Squad, Ayer said on Twitter, the first 40 minutes. Wow, dude, that's harsh. He was elaborating upon further explained that it was ripped to pieces, and I can't emphasize that enough. And that Batman vs. Superman got chewed up by critics and the success of Deadpool, which, you can't bring Deadpool to this. Deadpool's Deadpool, but yeah, that movie was pretty bad. Like, I saw it and I was like, okay, this looks interesting. It looks pretty cool. That's what I thought when I first saw it. But when you sit down the second time and watch it again, you're like, you could have done something different. But let's see what happens. We're praying that the reboot of Suicide Squad can be better. God only knows. Kory will portray her character as Starfire in season 3. I mean, look, anybody who's familiar with Kory as Starfire in Titans, you would first thought the same thing I did. Why is there a hooker in this show? But whatever the case is, man, like, they did great with season 2. It wasn't that bad, and actually it was fun to watch, which I'm actually looking forward to season 3, which now we're talking about it, thank God. And Titans exclusive Greg Walker promises Kory will finally portray becoming Starfire in season 3. Fucking about time, right? Because we all want to see her do the whole float in the air, blast people, and do all this good stuff, which it's a must. Also, with season 3, we're going to be focused on Red Hood's impending debut, which that's a big thing. To see Red Hood come out in season 3, phenomenal. But we're going to see, this has to be one hell of a fucking storyline to bring back all this all this awesomeness. Because season 2 again was freaking good. Bringing back Superboy, the freaking dog, and just those epic fight scenes and whatnot. So again, Kory, I can't wait. I fucking can't wait. Ray Fisher reveals only one Cyborg scene was shot by Zack Snyder that made it to the original Justice League scene. This is going to be a short one, which I find it kind of odd that this is the only one they left behind. The scene that Fisher's apparently talking about in the Justice League when they assemble on the rooftop of Gotham City's police department, with Jim Gordon revealing the parademons have been attacking civilians and whatnot and so forth, and pretty much you have them all there together, which this was kind of edited by Whedon himself. So yeah, but if you look at it, it does have like an un-Snyder tone to it. It's kind of like light-ish, a little humorous, especially the part when everyone leaves the Flash behind. Being that he's the fastest guy, would have you not noticed that? Especially freaking Cyborg. He's a fucking rocket. He just made his noise and fly. It's not like he's fucking stealth or anything. He's a giant robot. Well, half human, half robot. You know what I'm saying? Android type of shit. But, you have all that going on. You would have noticed something. You're fast. But no, they made it into a running gag and whatever, dude. Last but not least, Orphan movie Esther actress is returning upon the prequel. So they're going to make a prequel for the Orphan movie, which, if you guys are not familiar with it, is freaking, I forgot, it was in 2009 when it came out, and it was a horror, which the orphan, what's her face? The orphan, Esther, she's adopted, and then she's like seducing the father, but you come to find out later that she's not a child. She's actually like a 24-year-old or she's an adult already. It's just bizarre. But either way, they're making a prequel to this movie, and I'm actually looking forward to it as well. It was not such a bad film. I just found it kind of odd, like that, that I don't know. It's such a wrong time to see a movie like that she's an orphan, but then she's actually an adult, but she looks like a young child, and then she's trying to seduce the father. I don't know. It gives me the shivers. But guys, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today on this episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Movie Updates. And of course, as always, this segment is brought to you by D2D. Use promo code MIAGeeks10 to save 10% on your next purchase order. That's MIAGEEKS10. All in caps, description down below. And please make sure you hit like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button just to know when we come up with this amazing news, which is 3 times a week. 2 video game podcasts in the beginning and the end of the week, and 1 movie podcast smack down in the middle. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Peace.